Hi, it's Lauren. Welcome back to my channel, Craft Some Joy. If you're looking for scrapbooking and organization inspiration, you are in the right place. So today I want to continue talking about scrapbooking basics and take you on a little tour through my family 2022 album. This album is a little bit different and unique because I've actually combined two different types of pages within this album. And as I share the pages and kind of do a flip through, I'm going to talk a little bit through my process so that you kind of understand why I did these two different types of pages and how you can think about doing this in your album as well. So as I mentioned, this is my family album for 2022. And what I wanted to do this year was something a little different. And I wanted to create layouts that not only talked about or shared my big moments in my family, but also everyday moments. And to me, I have been realizing that everyday moments are just as important to remember and document as the big moments that happen in our family. So the holidays, the birthdays, and those significant big moments are still documented in my scrapbook. But this year I paid a lot of attention to the smaller stories and all those other miscellaneous photos that I found on my phone and in my camera roll that had stories that I wanted to capture in my album. So you can see on this very first page, and these 2-page layouts, I actually have two different types of pages. I have a 12 by 12 pocket page. So these are top loading and you slide your paper or layouts right in the top. And then this is what we call a multi-pocket page. And it originally comes with slots for 5 photos front and then also 5 photos in the back. And so what I've done is actually modified these multi-pocket pages a little bit, and I've added peekaboo pockets to them. So you can see I have a peekaboo pocket that I just stuck on the top up here, and also another peekaboo pocket that I stuck on the bottom here. And what the peekaboo pockets do is just give me additional space to add in stories and different things that happened throughout the year. Now, you also may be wondering what these little plastic tabs are, and this is one of my latest creations, and I call them flop stoppers, and that just helps kind of hold those peekaboo pockets in place when you're turning the pages. If you're interested in finding those, I'll have a link in the description of this video, but you can find them in my Scrap Some Joy shop on my website at Craft Some Joy. And also the other modification that I wanted to mention on my multi-pocket page is that I have added 2 strips of paper that tie in to the opposite page. So the way multi-pocket pages come are like this, and they do have these white inserts that are already loaded into the page. And then they have these 2 little columns on both sides that just kind of help give stability to the page. And so you can see what I like to do is, as I mentioned, just add in paper, but you do need to take your X-Acto knife and carefully create a slot at the top of both of these columns so that you can slide that paper in. Okay, so just a few modifications, but this is what that basic multi-pocket page looks like. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue going through my album. You can see on this page that I started with January 2022. So I have everyday moments captured on this page and on this page. Again, some more chances for peekaboo pockets. You can see these come in all different orientations, both horizontal and vertical orientation. So you can use them however you like on your album. And then I switch back to a 12 by 12 pocket page. So again, I have a multi-pocket and a pocket page. Same here. So now what I've done is actually created a 2-page spread with 2 pocket pages. So this is more of a big moment that I wanted to capture in my family album. So I have Valentine's Day and my son's birthday. These are moments that I like to capture every year in my scrapbooks. So I went ahead and had a full 12 by 12 page here and a full 12 by 12 page here. Then once again, I'm shifting back to everyday moments. And you can see here, I have February and I have the stories and the things that were happening during the month of February. And sometimes I have a lot going on during these months, and other months I don't have as much. So you can see on this 2-page spread, I don't have any peekaboo pockets because I was able to just tell the story on these 2 pages. But you can also notice that how I like to tie the different pages together is by using the same paper, as I mentioned, in these slots, but also the same collection so that you're just creating a balanced layout that your eye just kind of continually flows across. And that color choice and the different textures and papers that you use really make it kind of a seamless transition between a 12 by 12 pocket page and a multi-pocket page. Okay, so let's continue. So I went straight from February into March, big moments. So it's going to depend on if you like this style of scrapbook. It's going to depend on how many big moments you have in certain months and how that flows into everyday moments. And I have to say, it was a little bit of getting used to on how to combine these types of pages. So I did have to do a lot of planning. I had to think about that. And I did have some sketches and some worksheets. And one of the worksheets that helped me kind of get all of those thoughts down on paper is this pocket page template that I also have on my website in the exclusive download section. So I was able to kind of sketch out like what different months would look like on the multi-pocket pages. Now, of course, I did mix this up with 12 by 12 pockets. So you could kind of use this a little bit for deciding on multi-pockets, but then you'll also have to add in the 12 by 12 pockets as well. Okay, so this was March, and then I'm going to move into April. And you can see this was quite a busy month, so I did add a few different peekaboo pockets to this layout, different sizes, and just to be able to capture all those different things that were happening during this month. So you can definitely keep adding to these layouts, but my goal was to keep everyday moments to a 2-page spread. So as you can see, this one had 2 multi-pocket pages, but then again, that's going to change as we go through the year and use different pages to accommodate different layouts. Again, May, so I have here some more stories. I did a little card tucked in to the multi-pocket page that has even more stories and journaling about what was happening during this month. And then you can see I'm switching back from a multi-pocket to a 12 by 12. So this was a big moment. This was Mother's Day, but I wanted to continue that theme. So you can see I tied it all together, even in the multi-pocket, by using the same colors and the same palette. So this helps combine these layouts together. Okay, so going through the year, we've got more big moments for my family. We had some more birthdays. So I have another peekaboo pocket here to tell more about my daughter's birthday and my birthday that were in May. Then we move into more big moments, which was my son's graduation. Again, peekaboo pockets. I always really encourage you to write down as much as you can to tell your story about your photos. To me, that's just an important part of scrapbooking, is to be able to remember and document those important things that happen with your family. So yes, I do a lot of journaling. I get a lot of comments about that because it's important to me. So I want to have that in my album. This was, again, another big family moment. This was our graduation dinner for my son who graduated high school. So back into two 12 by 12 pocket pages. Once we turn the page here, you can see I've got some more graduation pictures on a 12 by 12, but then now I need to transition back to multi-pocket because I'm going to go into everyday moments on the back of this page. So even with that, I decided to still use the multi-pocket, even cut a photo, but it looks like it's just continuing on the entire layout. So just some tips and tricks on how to combine these different types of pages together. Again, June, a big month. My little Marshy was here. We had some events that happened with her. I did the Creative Memories Convention in Minnesota. A highlight for me was meeting Cheryl Lytle backstage. That was just such a memorable moment for me. I needed to talk about that and have that story and what it was like to be on stage, have my team with me, all of those fantastic moments, have my daughter Audrey hanging out with Noreen at the Mall of America. All of those were just such fun events that I really wanted to capture and have those in my album. So the next page, we're moving into July. So July is, again, a fun, big moment for our family. We love watching fireworks from our patio and getting a view of the city and all the different fireworks that go off. So we like to take pictures. So transitioning from a multi-pocket page to a 12 by 12 page. Again, added a little peekaboo pocket here just to kind of document more of this story. So whenever you see a layout like this where there's no journaling or words, you probably, in my albums, they are hiding in a peekaboo pocket. So you just need to find a peekaboo pocket and then you'll find the story in there. Okay, so in July, that's a big month for us. We have my husband's birthday, my 4th of July, and also my son's birthday. And then August, I'm transitioning back into everyday moments. So we moved my daughter into her apartment for her school, different things going on. And one of the things I also like to do in these multi-pocket pages is find some fun ways to add journaling. Just like I did on one of the other pages, this is a fun die that I found, which is the perfect size to add your journaling to. So I'm able to tell a little bit more about the story because I ran out of room with my photos. So I just put that on a little pull-out piece, and that just tucks right in between the two layers of the multi-pocket page. So I have another peekaboo pocket here. And then we're moving into September. Again, more pictures of what was happening with us. Another fun pull out. This one I actually decided to add some photos to the back of it because I just had a couple more that I wanted to document for this month. And then I decided to print my journaling and add that to this little pull out. And then once again, you can just take that and tuck it right back into your multi-pocket page. So this also has some more peekaboo pockets and some fun little adventures during this month of September. Okay, September goes into October. Again, everyday moments for us. Then we have November, everyday moments. My mother-in-law's birthday. Can't believe she turned 93. We just are so happy to have her with us. So that definitely needs a full layout. And this is going back to a 12 by 12 pocket. So from multi-pocket to 12 by 12. My daughter's birthday. So once again, The story is behind the peekaboo pocket. And then these are 12 by 12 full pocket pages. Going into Thanksgiving, again, full stories, 12 by 12 pocket pages. But you can also, as you see, I've done many times, add your peekaboo pockets to those as well. Every year, I also like to do a 30 days of gratitude setup in my album. So this was a two two 2-page layouts to document things that I'm grateful for in my family album. So I have those 2 pages and these 2 pages in my albums. And then we're going into Christmas. And so you can see I'm actually really jumping through these different months in this album. And I can get an entire year, even with our big moments and our everyday moments, all in one album. So this was Christmas for us and how we celebrated. I have, again, another peekaboo pocket with more story behind it. What I did not do in this album is my December month, because every year I have been working on daily December days. So I actually have an extra album I'll share at the end of this video where I document every day in December. So for me to put that in my family album here was just a little bit of overkill. So I decided to just leave this going from my grateful Thanksgiving into Christmas. And then I ended my album with New Year's Eve. And this was a fun little outing my husband and I had on New Year's Eve. And it was really about a lot of food. We enjoy our food. And again, another peekaboo pocket with the story behind it. Okay, so I hope that gives you some inspiration on how you can combine different pages together in one album, and also combine the ideas of your bigger moments that happen in your family. And this is a chronological style album, along with those everyday moments. So as promised, I'm just going to give you a quick sneak peek. I do have other videos that go into more detail about my daily December days, but this album I started in 2019, and every year, as I mentioned, I like to just go through and document every day in December. This was an Allie Edwards kind of inspiration, and I just took it into a 12 by 12 format with multi-pocket pages on how to create those. So I do have classes on how to create these on my website. You can see I need some flop stoppers on these pages. So I haven't gone back to add those in, but I have 2019. Every year I do a different class using the current Christmas collection. So this was my 2020 class. And then we go into 2021 class. So every year, it's just kind of fun to remember what was going on in that busy month of December. And then I have also my 2022. And so this was last year, which is, again, why I decided not to add this into my family 2022 album, is because I already had all of these days documented for our December. Okay, so once again, if you like the idea of having a separate album, and this is fun to put out at Christmas time, because we get to kind of look back through the years and go, wow, what were we doing all these different Decembers all in one album? And this is all multi-pocket pages. So when I've created these classes, that's all you use are the multi-pocket pages. Well, there you have it. And this would be a great time if you enjoyed this video. Just take a minute and hit that thumbs up button. It does really help me out here on YouTube, and I so appreciate your support. If you'd like to learn more about my style of scrapbooking, take a look in the description for some extra videos, or you may also enjoy these that I have posted for you. So until next time, I hope you take time to craft some joy. Bye for now.